today I decided to go ahead and clean out our Berkey filter. I noticed the filters are getting really slow, and so I thought I would walk you through the clean out process. It's not too hard, it's just a little bit labor intensive. Okay, so this is our Berkey filter. What it does is it filters out all of the contaminants in the water, but it leaves the minerals. And it has these Berkey black filters in it, which are really great. They last for like 4,000 gallons or something crazy. So what you have to do when they start getting slow is you have to back flush them. Take the whole thing apart, we want to clean it, and then put it all back together, obviously. So they make a primer that you can use. You put the end of the filter in here, and then you attach this around a hose, and it will back flush the filters, getting all of the contaminants out and making them good as new. Then I scrub the outside of the filters with this. This is a little scrubber that I have that I only use for the Berkey filters. And then I will soak the parts in vinegar and water solution. Okay, so I'm gonna start by taking everything apart. There's still water in here, so you're gonna have to dump it out. That's how you know it's getting slow, is when you have a lot of water in the upper chamber. It shouldn't be that much. So the bottom portion of the filters are just not quite working anymore. So I'm gonna take this apart. These are my fluoride filters that I got on the bottom, and then I've got the tube in here. Next, you're gonna have to undo the wing nuts from the bottom. And then I'm gonna put this into my vinegar and water solution because the wing nut and the little gasket, because I want them to get nice and clean as well. Now I'm gonna take these plugs off and put them into the solution as well. And then I'm gonna take off the spout here. So I like to separate all the parts. So it's got two of these silicone gaskets, but you separate them from that. And then same thing on this side, and this is all going to go into the vinegar solution. Okay, so now I'm gonna take these outside. I don't have a, like this will not fit over this, so I have to use a hose outside. So I'm gonna take this, you just plug this end into here, if you can. And then I wrap this around the hose, and then it will flush the stuff out of here. Okay, so I've got my Primerite hooked up to my hose, and now I'm just gonna let it filter slowly. Push all the gunk out of my Berkey black filters. I'm gonna let it go a few minutes, maybe like 3 to 5. Just really push all the stuff out of it. Noticed that when we're on well water versus city water, that these clog up a lot faster. Like for instance, I just cleaned these out maybe like a month ago, and normally I wouldn't have to do it, but maybe like every 3 months when we're on city water. So we've been traveling, and we've been on well water at the Thousand Trails campgrounds mostly too, so they got clogged up pretty quick. Okay, now that I flushed out the filters, I'm going to use my little scrubby pad and scrub the outside of the Berkey filters. You never want to use any soap, and you want to have a pad that you use only for the Berkey filters. So let's do that. So I did go ahead and rinse these off earlier. You just give them a rinse. Basic. We're gonna go ahead and finish cleaning these. I can see gunk is come loose in here. It'll be nice and clean. to put the silicone disc onto the metal. Put it on this side, so you have it like that. And then you're going to take your other silicone disc and metal gasket thing and put it back in with the silicone facing. Both sides of silicone should be facing your main canister. That's going to give you the seal so that the water doesn't leak out. And then you have your little nut that goes on the inside. So you want to tighten that up pretty well. They say in the directions not to make it too tight. So just to hand tighten it. Not a bad idea to give it a little test. Make sure it's watertight. Looks good. I don't see any drips. Okay. Next we're gonna put our filters back on. They give you these little rubber plugs to put into the holes. You get 4 holes because if you want to have 4 filters you can. I only have 2. I think it's sufficient for our family. So I'm going to put these plugs back in. Next filter. Oh, I see I put the... I already made a mistake. I need to put the gasket on this side of the filter and then put it in, and then we use the wing nut to tighten. But I didn't do that on the other one. I did it the wrong way. So we'll have a redo. All right, got them reinstalled. And now I'm going to put my fluoride filters back on. Fluoride filters help to get out arsenic and fluoride and some other extra contaminants that you don't want in the water. Since we're on well water a lot, I wanted to get the arsenic filter especially, because well water can have arsenic in it, like really high levels, so I wanted to make sure that was out of our water. Okay, so now we're all back together. And